So once again, with the tied at one game apiece here between BMG and CiC, we at least have this game plus one more, and then maybe even a game 5, depending on how it follows up altogether, obviously. So welcome back. Obviously, it's been a great series as expected so far, and knowing that at least we still have 2 more games, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Some good on coming at us. Micey, once again, my co-caster here. Welcome back. So banning stage initially, so again, interesting. Tundra, Kronos, Magnus, and then they were pausing on that final ban, you could tell. They do decide to leave Puppet Master open, however, Rhapsody is still first pick by BMG.
Yeah, so I guess they value Rhapsody higher than Puppet Master, especially after that last game. Maybe they just kind of are like, oh, Puppet Master can be countered. Okay. Also, interesting to note how both sides, BMG and CiC, actually ban out niche heroes in Magnus for BMG banned out Magnus and CiC banned out Ophelia. Both niche heroes that both teams play very well, rather than those quote-unquote overpowered heroes. So leaving those overpowered heroes on the board. That's why we've been seeing Rhapsody, Puppet Master, Kronos in these games.
Yeah.
So,
hey, they got a swift play going back to the roots there as far as just that being too strong. But CiC got a very early Keeper of the Force pickup, yeah. Coming out for them, but worked well last game. And
again, so yeah, they picked Keeper of the Force and then they picked Switchblade into that. I don't like 100% agree with that. Again, that's a physical presence hero.
Yeah.
And yeah, you have your spin. Okay, I guess you can get out of the root with that, so that is something positive. But it doesn't really offer any split or counter push. Yeah, it's 80, but if you're spinning into a massive creep wave, you're just gonna get ruined. It just doesn't really 100% make sense to me. They're gonna need to choose some magic damage. So CiC can't just 100% stack physical armor again and just run away with it.
Let's want to go Harkon's Drunken. Could do that.
Yeah, that is like probably the worst thing ever. I tried it once. I thought like if I popped Harkons, I could use my spells and they would be magic damage, but that's not the way it works. So,
so it's still kind of pointless. Yeah.
It's pretty pointless.
Bands coming out here: Pharaoh, Empath, Cersei, Engineer, Kraken. So pretty support-heavy bands overall, but some others thrown in there. Final one for CiC.
Yeah. Okay. So CiC is banning out supports. I like that. They know. They already have their support, and they know that BMG is looking probably to tri-lane or 2-1-2. They banned out the Engineer and the Empath, trying to eliminate the chance that BMG can run the aggressive tri-lane with the Switchblade. So I really like that. Good decision making. They banned out Bubbles. Again, that goes with the tri-lane, because if you're tri-laning, then you need that strong solo with an escape. Bubbles is that hero. The CiC bans definitely make sense to me. And I know what they're scared of right now. They want to go greedy.
What about like Glacius? It seems like he's a great partner for Swiftblade in the tri-lanes.
Yeah.
I mean,
sure, he's definitely still open. I think he's a possibility for sure. Well, I wouldn't put it past him.
I guess my curious point is, why do you think he's not very valued much at all? Like, Glacius just never seen.
I just, to be honest, I don't really value him very high. I don't really know. There's no like specific reason. It's just I just don't feel him. He just isn't working out in the games that I play. So, there you go. Breaking, nice insight. And to be honest, it's definitely a formidable pick, especially with all those other heroes banned out. What other options do they have? Not really anything other than Glacius. So yeah. Good insight. And I definitely do agree with it. I don't value him very high, but I value him much higher than other heroes like Luna and stuff in a tri-lane.
This year you maybe got the Andromeda. Could have been a possibility too, but
yeah. The only problem with that is such short range, and you're already up against a Puppet Master Torture. You got to really put yourself out of position to get that initiation as Andromeda. Not to mention, CiC definitely has the possibility of a tri-lane, which I think they're going to pick another support. I gotta believe, and possibly run the Keeper of the Force Suicide, or they can just dodge the tri-lane. Look at BMG dodge tri-lane and run like a Puppet Master dual middle. That is a possibility. Wouldn't put it past them. Luna, so they will combat the tri-lane. They're going to run the tri-lane top, I think. Look for like a solo mid hero, which means that they can start with the tri-lane top. If BMG decides to dodge and not tri-lane top, then that means that they can run one of the support heroes middle and just run the 2-2-1.
So you got something like your Pebbles, your Rally, or like Gauntlet still on the board with one of your hookers even. So
Okay, so the question is BMG going to choose something super greedy? I think they can. I think they can choose something that goes really well against Keeper of the Forest. I'm a big fan of Soul Reaper. I know Soul Reaper doesn't maybe have the most synergy with this team per se, but I think the hero is just crazy
You
strong.
love Soul Reaper, man. You know,
I really do. I really do.
we pointed that out several times. You pick it up in just some funky lineups, but make it work.
I mean, I think it's such a strong hero, but I just say that because there's Keeper of the Forest, which is looking to be ran as the suicide at this current state. So that's kind of why I bring that up. There's also Repulsor. I saw them right-clicking that, also very formidable against Keeper of the Forest. Even though I did see Zane play Keeper of the Forest, and I know Casey's also very good at Keeper of the Forest, and he did well against Repulsor, so not 100% sure. Magnus is banned. Yep, okay, I was going to say that's an option too, but that hero's, of course, banned.
Yeah. One of the first ones there. They right-click the Master of Arms. Give some physical synergy here. Oh.
Yeah, okay, Repulsor, love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So they're one thing about that though is their lanes are very transparent. And what actually CiC could do, and I want to see them do, is run their tri-lane bottom, have Keeper of the Forest solo top, or possibly middle, and have some other suicide solo top. And basically what that means is right at this current state, CiC has the solo hero in Keeper of the Forest that is really, he can move around, he can suicide and do stuff. Repulsor cannot. So by manning up long lane, you're starting on Repulsor, and where does he really move from there? So I think I do like that pickup on Repulsor, but I think CiC can really violate that greedy pick. I hope they do.
Yeah, right click the Devour. It's been a while since we've seen Mickey's Devour, I feel like, but Mickey. I'm not gonna lie. I'll obviously love the guy, but for good reason. But he's not been playing the best lately. It seems like he hasn't had the biggest games lately, but he is gonna go the Devour here. So I'm looking forward to a big game here.
I got 100% agree with you, and I think Mickey's such an amazing player. I really do think like he's up there with like top 3, 100% for sure. But yeah, he hasn't really been the all-star he normally is. But Devour, that is a hero he shines on, so I'm hoping for it. Okay, so but that Devour, he can solo like 1v1, but not really, what your go-to for that. He can't suicide or anything, so I almost don't like where this is going, because I think CiC might just tri-lane top, and I think that's a mistake.
For the Legion team?
For CiC, because
okay.
I think they should. I think CiC should man up against Repulsor, because where can Repulsor go other than still a short? He can't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
Whereas Keeper can. That's kind of my rationale. Okay. It looks like they might be not. See, Keeper did buy boots and runs up there to get a really fast ward,
yeah,
which
they love doing this,
means that it's really smart against when they have an aggressive tri-lane on their team. You get the vision really fast. Yeah, he's going to place it. Really, just get the scouting information. I like that idea. It's kind of funny. He bought boots. He got up here really fast. Now he's just kind of sitting here.
Just chilling. Yeah.
Doesn't really make much sense to me, but
doesn't hurt either.
I guess. But like, I mean, if BMG ran up right away, though, they kind of.
So places it down, gets that vision, and fall back in. Who exactly is going to be where?
So yeah, I mean, obviously BMG's laning it exactly how they have to. Their lanes are so transparent. It looks like CiC's not going to try to really. I think CiC really should have manned up, but looks like they're not. Lanes are still going to be fine. I just think they could have really came away in the laning phase if they did.
So try versus try lane, yeah. It's as usual going to come down to, it's going to be fun to see how they interact with one another. Or mana batteries, I'm sure, on either side, and then who's going to get that angle.
Don't you feel like every time we see a tri-lane, it's Swipblade versus Puppet Master?
It feels. I mean, Swipblade is definitely a go-to aggressive tri-laner, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But
I want to see more Myrmidon. That hero owns in tri-lanes.
Yeah,
really
speaking of a support hero, yeah, that actually could have been a decent option.
He's a legitimate hero with Puppet Master. He really is. I think he would have been better than Aluna. But anyways, that doesn't really affect this game.
Not to be. Will it get any? Nope. No,
I like the ward bottom from Jonas. It will see any movement if he tries, because he's so susceptible to getting ganked. So it sees any movement. Of course, they're all top, but they could move. And also sees Keeper if he wants to kind of fog him. So I like that ward. So Glacius is really putting himself out there.
Yeah.
Kind of warding. He almost got 2 though. Oh, man, look at that ward. That's got to be really close.
I'm doing the math. Like, it seems like it's like right there. Wow. It's like 798 on my thing, but it must just be out of here.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's like just over 800. Oops.
It's over 800.
Just doesn't sound the same. Drunken Master, a lot of damage in the middle lane. That wasn't even a hook, it looked like, just simply taking a lot of damage, but Limp is fine, though, in the end.
So, Devour against Drunken, and honestly, all three of these heroes, Switchblade, Drunken, and Repulsor later on, not so amazing. Drunken can literally just pop his ultimate, and Devour can't do anything. Okay, top lane.
Okay. No, he's going to be fine in the end. They went on Switchblade first, but obviously you see they can respond.
Alright, screw talking about Devour, I'm watching top lane.
Exactly, it's like, when you have tri-lanes like this going at it, it's hard to go at any other lane in the end, but... I mean, Swiftblade's also, that was, if you're the Cellborn team, you probably don't want to put your targets like Swiftblade, would you? I mean, it seems like a very risky target.
You don't really have long enough lockdown to really kill him, I don't think.
Yeah.
Before you Swift on. I would go for Glacius or something. This is tension though, man. Both have really good kill potentials. I think BMG might have came out ahead with like a little better lineup, a little better trialing, but I mean, really, it's just going to come down to play. Looking bottom really quickly though, Repulsor is doing very well against Keeper. I know that lineup should work that way, but we've seen it work differently in the past.
Yeah. Rhapsody needs to be careful not to go too far right here. Impalement comes out. Chain Reaction is going to connect only on him, though. And now Torture overextending. There's that spin. Level 1 spin. So much damage. Torture doesn't stand a chance there. So almost as scary for Rhapsody, but almost a bait there, really.
So what do you think about Torture in a tri-lane? I kind of don't like it. Because the Impalement, think about it, you're splitting it between 3 heroes plus creeps a lot of times. How effective can it really be?
It almost seems like Agonizing Bonds is just more effective in this if you're going to have Torture.
Almost, yeah. Of course, you're against Swiftblade, so maybe.
That's true,
I love Tort as a boxing support. When you're boxing like a Suicide, Impalement's so amazing there, but in a tri-lane, not so sure.
That's the thing, though. It's like that was a priority support. They didn't know if there was going to be tri-lane initially,
exactly.
So it's like they were already stuck with him at that point. But
hey, they could have dodged a tri-lane. I'm just saying.
True. I could have done that, but they did not, and obviously the much better start now for the Legion team with that Bloodlust kill there.
Yeah, and also bottom, it's going really well.
Middle lane, ooh! Drunken Master got pulled in.
Oh my gosh! Look at Limp's farm. I think he's gotten every single CS almost.
Holy crap! Yeah, 26 and 3.
To be fair, Drunken Master is an absolutely incredible hero, 1v1, and I think he definitely outmatches Devo. But he's gonna get, gosh, he can get kills.
Yeah,
okay,
he
doesn't
needs to be
stagger.
careful.
I'm expecting level 6. He will level stagger up. I certainly would.
Wait, well, here he has level 3 stagger, so.
Oh, I meant lunge, not stagger.
Okay.
Lunge,
that makes sense,
yeah. Worst skill build ever. Go on, Swiftblade top.
Swiftblade, there we go. Now, when no supports are nearby, he's a pretty good target to go on. He does have spin still, and he doesn't need it even. The boost just fast enough.
Yeah, Luna was down 15 mana, or she could have powered through, and that was a dead Swiftblade, but...
well, unless they reacted with the spin.
Yeah, he didn't spin because he was so confident he was just gonna live us.
Maybe he's just waiting for that animation, if anything.
That's true. That's true.
Spins, and well, we would have been fine anyways. But yep, at least could have had a chance, but did not. So Drunken does get the lunge at level 6. He also has a double damage room bottled.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, seriously, Devour has to be careful in lane. He's going back to heal right now. He's gonna come back and. Drunken Master could kill him. After like a little bit of harass, at least. Okay, so Luna is stacking the jungle. That's one thing they have to go with them. The supports can always just kind of run off and just filter through the jungle and stack it.
Yeah. Man, I don't know if this was just spider senses or what, but Mickey ported bottom. I don't think he was seen at all. But Dr. Pulse was like, I'm not going to fight. I'm just going to go back to base and regen.
Gosh, he might have just been heading back anyways.
Yeah, it's bad timing.
Current HP and mana state, so it might have just been unlucky, but I mean, that's kind of what Devour's forced to do, and that's why I really question it at the start. You don't really pick Devour for those 1v1 lineups, and that's what they knew they were going into. It was the last pick, I think, so they knew how they were going to lane it, so I really can't agree with the Devour pick. I know it's Mickey's specialty.
Yeah.
He's awesome at it, but still, top lane is constant action.
They're trying to go
Torture.
for Puppet Master, but Torture's at a
Torture
pretty good
may be
angle
in
right
trouble,
there. But yeah, now he's in trouble, maybe? Oh, Dr. Repulsor comes flying out of nowhere, and he's going to chase the background, so Torture's definitely going to... And got the auto attack off, though, to kill Swiftblade. That's worth it.
Okay, that's incredibly huge.
Yeah, and actually, it's not over just yet, though. Oh, he gets a pull into Glacius before he's going to fall. So several instances of getting kills right before death right there.
Okay, sadly, one thing to note that's kind of unfortunate for CiC though. I'm not sure what was happening with KZU, but he wasn't down bottom farming and pushing it. You know, because Dr. Repulsor teleported, which means that hypothetically he could really like almost took the tower and had just like a minute of free farm. So that's unfortunate that he wasn't down there.
Yeah,
I'm sure he has a reason for it. But okay, so BMG, they can still lane top though. That's important. Just come a couple minutes, you know, into mid game, CiC's really gonna want to force out this tri lane top. At some point, you're gonna want to have your Puppet Master free farm. So look for teleports on your Keeper and your Devour to counter initiate.
They're diving.
Master.
They're diving big time, and that's the power of this tri lane setup too. They can do that.
Puppet Master did have 10 charges. I don't know if that would have made a difference if you popped that. It is a lot of HP.
Yeah, I mean Swiftblade did get low, so I might have bought enough for a turnaround if anything. But yeah,
I mean Glacius too, but in hindsight, probably not.
So another dive successful on BMG.
Keeper's look at middle. Keeper's looking middle, but it is a Drunken Master, and he's tanking 1,000 HP and a power supply. I just don't know. I feel like he's wasting his time.
Do they have another TP maybe? No, they don't. Okay, there's the hook. That's step one. Here comes the ultimate. There's step two. He's going to stagger away. The root comes out. He gets the lunge off, though, and not going to be enough. There you go.
Awesome.
You didn't think so.
He does have untouchable. I gotta say, misplay on limp. Like you can pop your untouchable when you're in the hook.
Yeah.
And
you can.
Get ulti.
Really?
Yeah. So he just wasn't ready or something.
Interesting. Swiftblade is going to be picked off in the meantime at the top lane. So CiC's having some great situations here.
Yeah, forcing out. You know, obviously Puppet Master has had a rough start, but so has Swiftblade. You never see the GPM super high in these tri lanes. It's not how it works. But Puppet Master does have a somewhat stacked jungle, which he's going to rotate to sometime. And really start blasting up his farm, I hope.
You can pop your untouchable when you're being hooked, really?
Yes.
That is interesting. Never knew that.
I'm like 90% sure, and
that makes a pretty good counter then to the Devo, definitely. So yeah, that even makes that kill even that much more unrealistic. But anyways, it happened. But in the meantime, he hooks him back, but the lunge had already happened. That was a hell of an attempt from Mickey, but...
You know, okay, there's like a tiny chance that I'm wrong, and you can like pop it in and it'll pop right when you get to Devour, and Mickey could have like channeled it like so he got.
Well, if you shift R it, maybe, but
yeah. So I could be wrong, and I don't want to eat my words, but
I would be curious on that.
But regardless,
they made it happen. Obviously, in the end,
they made it happen, and it was a huge risk. It paid off, but it was a huge risk, and so I'm glad to see it pay off. Yeah, man, that was a lot of time put into that.
Again, Mickey, just talking about maybe not having had the biggest games recently, but this is one of his niche heroes here, and he is doing fantastic already to start on it. So that is good for CiC.
Like, he heard what we were saying. He's like, nah, today.
Now this guy just doesn't care, man. Like like his attitude is he has a Zai effect. This guy's 14 years old.
He has an awesome attitude.
Yeah, it's just like, whatever, I'm playing a game, having fun, and I happen to just really own it. Dr. Repulsor going to the top one in the meantime. He's flying around left to right. He's going to be out of mana here shortly, but Puppet Master dropping way too quickly before he can do anything in return, really. In the meantime, Torture also trying to run away, but no, he gets caught out as well. And now Aluna is still in trouble here. Keeping the Force is running in. He does have a root. He's going to use it right there. They're going to be enough. No, down goes Aluna to get the one pick. There's the hook on a Doctor, though. Doctor's going to end up falling. Keeping the Force, though. He is Dustin Curley. He cannot nature spell away. Stagger in. The auto attacks. The Slashes go off to get the kill. And it does happen right there. Devo just sends in the illusions. He has another hook coming up. Is he going to go for it? Of course he is. He has support coming in. This could be interesting, actually. He's charging. He wants Glacius. He wants Glacius.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, now he's dead. Oh, he dodges the hook at the last second. He's going to be fine. Puppet Master now comes back in, but now Puppet's in trouble. Untouchable's up on Drunken. He can't do anything about that. Finally wears off. The Voodoo Puppet comes out, and now Drunken Master is in trouble. Drunken Master most likely going to fall. No, the stagger at the last second. The auto attacks, though, too much damage. It is chaos here at the top lane. It's still not over.
Okay, Switchblade has spin in 4 seconds. Oh, gosh.
Doctor's back. Oh, my gosh.
Doctor's back. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, my gosh. Going back, KZU, so KZU was dusted, but when he Nature Veiled the second time, his dust actually wore off, but because of the fade time, he barely died to the Swift Slashes. Really unfortunate. Yeah, BMG definitely coming out ahead of that. Looks like Puppet Master is shifting to the triple stacks in his jungle. Very good decision. They're counter pushing bottom to keep it the forest. I definitely like that. BMG used a ton of teleports top. Yes, they got a lot of kills, but still.
I had to double check the buybacks right there. I was like, did anyone even buy back? It seemed like just heroes kept coming non-stop.
Well, I mean, Breaky is 10 minutes in the game, so the levels are not very high.
Yeah.
Naturally, the respawn times. I feel like buybacks. But,
so they do push the top tower. Can they counter push? Oh no, Drunken's already here. Keeper's jungling instead. Stomping that. But overall picture, again, BMG ahead. Dr. Repulsor, 380 gold per minute. Jonas Fan, 4-1 and 3 right here, being very involved.
Yeah, look how much build-up Puppet Master has. You never see that. That's because of the tri lane, the state of the game.
True. He's definitely going to be behind with his farm. So, is this a game where you don't go Assassin Shroud, do you think?
I could definitely argue for the lifesteal of this game. Also, the armor really does help against Swiftblade and Puppet Master, or Swiftblade and Drunken Master.
Drunken, speaking of him, he's in trouble. Flanks coming in. Do they have a root? They do. There's the root. He's going to be locked down. He pops untouchable. Will reduce damage. He tries to launch away. Maybe there's a stagger. Can he actually escape? Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. Thought he was going to live for a second.
Yeah, almost.
Huge hook on Devour again. Has he missed the hook yet? This is crazy.
I don't know. He's missed a couple, but, you know, obviously.
Yeah, gotta go for him.
It's still going to happen.
Okay, so I love what... I really do love what CiC did after they're like, okay, let's stop going top. Let's just split bush. They use all their teleports top. They can't, you know, defend for a few minutes. So I like CiC's movement. They don't need to fight right now. Okay, teleports bottom.
Glacius coming in with the flank. Port's coming in as well. Give it the force trying to hold his ground. Get the tower kill. It's Glacial downpour coming out. And Puppet Master. He had no one around for those bounces to hit as well. He ends up going down. Give it the force though, as well as who was that? Torture, I believe, escaping. Yeah.
Such good communication from BMG. The Glacius running around from the initiation, and bam, in come teleports. Awesome.
Yeah, teamwork's definitely been. I think I almost want to say like teamwork. This game has been better than the first 2 games. It's like they're really getting in the zone here.
Yeah, they're feeling it. They definitely are.
What is going on, man? This is just chaos still. Swiftblade is going to run into a trap, but they're protecting the body. Oh, he runs back into it. He almost ran out of it at the last second to die. He's going to try to run away now with the Ghost Marchers. Keeper of the Forest can't do anything about it. And now she might be in some trouble. In comes the Dust. Torture off from the side, though. He's going to pop that Impale. Now Drunken Master might be in some trouble. No, chain reactions missed. That should be the end of that chase, but never mind in the background. Devour hooks in Glacius. Glacius goes down. Drunken Master, he still just needs to run away. So all 5 are here from CiC.
Holy moly, this is insane.
Kills.
Look at the golden experience. Almost even. Swiftblade used a 15 charge mana battery there to save his life. He went from nothing to a little bit left, and I was like, ooh. Jeez. Cooling down a little bit. KZ, look at his gold per minute. He is.
Feisty, stop talking. There's still action.
Oh gosh, they're still happening.
Mickey goes down right there now.
Was that a repulsor initiation?
I think it might have been. I think Mickey was just kind of roaming around, and yeah, they just collapsed on him really. So, yeah, this game is just. You're right though. The gold. I mean, obviously very very close amongst one another, but BMG again slightly still ahead and more a little bit. I mean, to only 2,500 though, even after that tower kill. Bottom lane, need to fall back.
Similar to last game, BMG instead of CiC now, they have a lineup that really can jump on a hero, namely a hard carry, and lock him down. So Puppet Master again, I think he's gonna have a hard time in this game, especially since he doesn't have the start that he normally wants. It might be cooling down a little bit. It looks like teams are kind of in their respective jungles.
Now I wonder, okay, I just thought about this and I look at Mickey. He did not go Cadaver Armor until right now. He just got Cadaver Armor.
Oh, wow.
So he missed out actually on several charges there. Not the biggest deal, but still it's something.
I guess he just felt like he needed the extra damage.
Yeah.
And can't argue with that. There was a few close calls that, you might not got the kill otherwise.
Very true.
So Legion is pressuring Hellborn's jungle again. They want more action. They are BMG.
Yeah, they are. You're known for that. So, speaking of action, Icon of the God is probably going to be in the works here for Dr. Repulsor. Yeah, he has a glowstone, so he ain't going to stab at the Master, of course. So,
yeah, definitely good pick up with all this action. Yeah,
that's
exactly
going to prove to be very effective. This game, especially if the pace keeps up, which I don't see why it wouldn't. The way we're going. So, did you ever answer the Puppet Master? By the way, did you ever get? You were talking about maybe just go that Whispering. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're talking about the Whispering Helm and.
Yeah, the armor. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would go the Whispering Helm. I think.
Okay. We'll see what Flintsmeister decides.
There was also a lot of stacks at the time. I was just kind of thinking, but he is not. He's not really. Does he have something in his stash or something? I feel like he must. I hope he does.
I don't know. I mean, the courier's going back right here. We'll see.
I swear I saw those same items like.
Yeah, I think he's had it for a while. I mean, he's 0-3 and 5.
Yeah, 255 GPM. It's not like so awful.
Yeah, I don't think he has anything. I mean, the courier's going out again. Astrolabe.
There is a triple stack Ancients which he can take, especially if he has a Whispering Helm.
Bottom lane.
Yeah, Dust on Drunken. He's probably gonna pop it. I expect. If he pops it, he's dead keeper. But we'll see. Yep.
No chance. Lunging backwards into staccatos, and keeper does have a root.
Yeah. He does.
No, there's no way. Oh, he just got the Astrolabe. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the difference maker. Definitely scared them off.
Yeah, if anything, I think it's like, okay, we're not going to... But that might be a blessing in disguise, because, yeah, the supports are here. Now, they had a warning sight to spot that. Okay,
remember, it literally forced 4 teleports.
Yep.
And a keeper root. What's the worst situation in the world? No, absolutely not. So that way, they will turn that into a push. I wonder if he's going to Swiftly is going to teleport back bottom to defend. Okay, they're not pushing. There's no keeper ultimate, I was going to say. Double damage from the Ion Stone puppet.
Swiftly passing up the choice to go an Abyssal Skull here.
I would like to see Abyssal Skull, especially with the Drunken Master in the team as well.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's very... Does someone else have a ring? No ring of teacher. Bit odd. We may see him go it next. It's possible.
Yeah. Let's get the Fire Rant first for whatever reason, but...
He may be getting that Geometers for the keeper. I'm not sure exactly.
True. Dr. Repulsor, obviously Icon is finished. There's that now.
That's a big deal. Things have slowed down though, which makes the Icon obviously a little bit less, I guess, valuable. But it's still a big pickup at that.
Yeah. A lot of people still consider it to be a pretty core item on him anyways, because that's just how the hero works. I mean, it's all about movement, setting up kills, and adding up his charges.
Look at the GPM on BMG's side, though. 3 people. All 3 carries are just doing pretty well.
Yeah.
And then Hellborn, what? They have Puppet Master?
Oh, again, Keeper gets caught by Justice. Time they're really ready for it. In comes the Glacial Downpour on top of Dragon, but again, the response of Keeper, and this time his supporting cast is much more close. And look at that Torment from Torture doing plenty of damage as well as everyone else. Just in range? No, the bottle charges. Should save Blade. Power throw, though, yeah. He has a Haster too.
Oh,
power throw. Dodge of the Sentry. Oh, yes, it is. A sidestep from Drunken Master. Yeah, I mean, that's a hard power throw to hit, definitely, but...
hard power throw to hit, but I think he dodged it without even sight. Just good presence of mind that was going to come out. But yeah, it is tough to kill a Drunken for sure. Puppet Master's not
the top lane, but he went in first, actually, and that backfires. Oh, jeez.
Not sure about that.
Yeah, and it was just Keeper coming in, unless somebody else canceled a TP, but that was almost silly at that point. Well, BMG, it works out for them there. And a push going to be coming to the top lane as a result of that now.
I mean, all CiC's gold's on Keeper, or at least a lot of it. It's not really who you want to be on. Not that it's bad that he's farmed, but when speaking about the golden experience, it's actually even worse, I would say, just because of who it's allocated to.
Yeah. There's the Whispering Helm.
Yeah. Yep, I agree with that. We'll see if it comes into play. Did they take the triple ancients? They did. BMG gets a free tower.
Yep. Getting that up, and quick fallback here before they get caught. Maybe Mickey, he's looking for that hook. Rhapsody might fall victim to that, definitely. Yeah, he's going to get caught, but he gets the staccatos off, though, first. It doesn't matter, though.
Yeah, they are falling back. Casey's looking for a possible pickoff. He has no ultimate, though, so I'm not really sure what his plan is.
In fact, he might need to be careful, because...
Yeah, regen repulsor.
Don't mess with that.
No, you do not. Huh. I feel like BMG... Yeah, so I mean, the Keeper armor is something that you can't forget about. That will play a really big role in these future team fights. But with that said, BMG just has such a massive late game team.
Swiftblade charging in pretty low right here. He's going to end up spinning away. I don't think he realized how many numbers were there, so...
He does pick up the Pistol Skull. Kind of funny.
Okay.
He just gets a quick blade and then finishes that. I guess he heard your insight.
Very possible. Very possible.
It's very possible, yeah. I know you guys talk on the daily about that kind of stuff.
What did I just see? It was a pickup by somebody. Darn it. Oh, portal key on Devour. That's what it was. So Mickey gets the portal key here.
Yep. Can't disagree with that. I mean, so Kay's doing a really good job at split pushing, but he's kind of the only hero farming super effectively on CiC side. We need to see Flensmaster really get back in this game. It's tough for him, though. There's a lot of jump on BMG.
Dr. Pulsar especially.
Yep, especially Torture.
Yep.
That hero's just crazy, with Icon especially.
Double damage helps.
Lots of vision around Conqueror. Expect a possible Conqueror attempt. I'm not sure how easily they could do it, though.
Well, CiC just placed a Rev War, but that is out of range of...
From both of them, yeah.
So I'm not going to get the...
And that Rev War is almost misguiding. You might have the idea that they do not have vision there,
exactly.
when in fact they do.
Unless you maybe saw it place some wards, but yeah, no, it's... Maybe they don't. You see, actually, Keep the Force literally running on top of it. But,
Yeah.
They're going to push in the bottom tower, and that's a free tower kill there, of course.
Yep. Keep on barreling down towers. Flensmaster's trying to take top tower. I'm thinking BMG's probably just going to force the base. Might just trade towers, but... Both sides are doing what they should be doing right now. But naturally, BMG's just up, so they can kind of make better exchanges.
Yeah. There you go. Bottom tower falls, so the lead continues here. 8,000 gold, 5,200 experience. Now, like you said about keeping the force being the priority farmer too on the Hellborn side as far as the highest GPM, and by a comfortable amount. I mean, so it's really like the goalies, you can argue, is even just that much higher for the Legion team.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, he also slapped. He has a pretty substantial gold per minute for support. It's all just being taken away from the Puppet Master, really, and that's not what you want to see.
Beautiful hook from Mickey once again. Swiftblade's gonna fall. I just don't know how he continues to do it.
He didn't have vision.
I think Keeper was chasing him, so it was very, very little vision at that. But
I was just like looking at my mini map, but okay. Still though, just incredible hooks. That sets up for a Conqueror. That's bigger than just a simple kill.
Yeah.
Awesome. Puppet Master's teleporting down to really secure that. I think they got it. I don't see how the Legion. I don't see why BMG would fight them.
See doctors like maybe Ninja.
They are backing out. They are scared.
Wow, they are.
You just gotta go. Go for it.
Yeah, if they don't fully commit here, I mean that's a big mistake.
With that said, though, when they get the token, BMG's just literally gonna dodge fights for 5 minutes, split push, do whatever. Not much is gonna happen. The resources is not gonna change all too much. So I really don't think that the token's gonna be too big of a deal. I really do love the 5-minute change. It makes token. It makes you play differently with token. I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, at least so CiC can safely farm now though. That is one advantage. Puppet Master can be a little bit more greedy and recover.
And he can be. I mean, he's at 2,000 gold now, so just right now, he's gonna be ancient here.
He definitely is a hero that can recover.
Yeah.
Fairly good farming ability.
God.
Yes.
Just insane how just scary he gets, but he gets caught. He got caught by Puppet Master right there. He's going to end up helping to kill himself. That was just perfect timing.
Yeah, it just so happened that Puppet was chilling at the Ancients. Very fortunate.
Yeah.
With that said, perfect timing, but also really good. Quick reactions from CiC. Oh, our tortoise going to jump. Go, 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 go. They knew that Puppet Master was flanking from behind, so just good communication, I got to believe. That's a big deal.
That is. I mean, with him down now, he's no buyback or anything like that. They obviously have the token on Puppet. I don't know, though. Is this... do you make a move for you?
It is a big deal, but I don't think they can force too much with it. Other than maybe control a little bit more resources, maybe get a little bit map control. They're not pushing a tower with it, that's for sure. I don't think they can, at least.
Let's continue to farm with it here.
Yep. They do have zero vision of their own woods, and as we see, BMG has taken advantage of that and just farming it out. So I would look to all run to, I would look for CiC to run to their woods and try to maintain that.
We'll see if and when that happens, but obviously a pause coming out here. Apparently a little bit of lag coming out, so just let that settle down if anything. And jump back in once again, guys. Quick recap. So we're in game number 3 here. But as you see on your screen, it is a best out of 5. So we still at least have one more game, no matter maybe even a 5th and final game. Of course, depending on how that goes. So if you're just happen to be tuning in, there's still plenty more HOT to be played. And including in this game here. I mean, this is definitely still, once again, anyone's game here. So
yeah, I want to see, this is really talking in the future, but if this game doesn't, if this game goes well for BMG and they win, will Puppet Master even be like banned or picked?
It's like, yeah,
it's just like the success has not been seen. So
yeah, both teams.
Who knows? Yeah, who knows? Kind of in the future, but so CiC is making the plays to come back out of this dire situation. The sad thing is they can't really they made these kills, but now how do they really capitalize on them? I don't really know, other than small things of just maximizing resources.
Here with the forest, he's got that portal key, so obviously making use of the farm that he is having 355 gold per minute.
Yeah,
continues to do well with that.
He did a really good job at he's doing a really good job at split pushing and split farming. But again, come back to the fact that is that what you really want?
Well, we got several initiating tools now. 2,900 gold on Puppet. Again, the token still has 3 minutes remaining, so still a fair amount of time before. Once again, it's a question though: are they gonna try for it, or are they just simply going with it?
I don't know if you touched on this, but Repulsor has a Hellflower already.
Oh, I think he just got that recently.
Yeah. So okay, and Demonicon, Drunken. Jeez, they're picking up their items. This is almost a timing. I know they have token, but maybe, in 3 minutes, look for BMG aggression.
Yeah, you're gonna be fighting into some big items here.
Looks like they're pushing middle. I know they just got their items, but
man.
But don't quite agree with pushing into a token, even if you are, substantially up.
Devo almost hooked Swiftblade. That would have been big.
I didn't see that.
He was going through the woods up here in the middle lane. He almost got hooked. There's a hook.
Oh,
that one just misses.
Oh man,
he's trying.
I like how he's angling it. Okay, and a CiC pause.
Oh god.
I've never seen this happen before.
Oh yeah, right. KCTCs, and now this is happening.
This is always how it works. This is okay. Well, Repulsor, full mana, Hellflower.
Oh god.
Puppet Master's getting stunned. This is trouble. There is a token though. There is a token that can. I want to see if BMG's gonna...
There's a lunge. It does connect. Dr. Pulse in the background. Root comes out, though. Dr. Pulse is going to be locked down with Drunken Master. Torment's doing some plenty of damage. He finally falls, though. Devour comes back and locking on Doctor. Doctor's dead. That's a big kill for the Hellborn team right here. But the Swift Slash is now coming out off to the side of Luna Falls, but Puppet Master still full life, and he still has that token. Drunken Master has to fall back. Devour is going to take down with the decay on Glacius. The hook misses. Another great sidestep from Limp right there. Will they be able to chase him down, though? Maybe some hero block in here. He's going to pick up the... Oh, the Keeper got the illusions. Devour.
Devour does have a PK.
Devour.
2 seconds, 1 second.
3 seconds on the hook. There we go. Decay comes out. He has a hook. Another pause coming out as he's going to get lunged away. Oh, God. This is just so awkward.
So, okay. Oh, freaking... Flensmeister had a Skeleton King staying right there. He didn't use it. He didn't micro it. He could have stunned Drunken Master if he did micro it.
Look, though, Olymp, no, he's trying not to give him the angle. He wants to get the creeps there. He goes back in. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh! Well, he hooks his teammate, but it doesn't matter. They got the kill.
I feel like he could possibly use an untouchable and just teleport it out and had a pretty good chance of living. He did go for the mana. He was going for the mana up on Devour, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a Skeleton King. I know they did kill him in the end, but Flensmeister totally forgot that he had that. He didn't use the grasp.
Is there a Skeleton King still here? Oh, right, yeah, it's right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hell though, that went huge for CiC. The keeper root was big. Yeah. Caught Dr. Repulsor especially, and he got bursted before he did a thing.
Yeah, they didn't even take the token down. It's gonna obviously go away anyways, but they chose to not target Puppet Master with that knowledge that they had a token. I agree with that, but it still didn't go well for them. Again, it comes back to the question: why force a team fight when there's a token, even if you are above, or even if you are ahead? I don't think BMG needs to rush it, so I do question that decision making a little bit.
So even with those big item pickups, the Demonic, the Hellflower, it doesn't matter.
You know, like I see the rationale as like a timing push kind of.
Yeah.
But just give it a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and you'll still have those items.
No, I mean, to be fair, you called it going into it, and you're just making a point of that. You're stating, and obviously you saw the end result, so
yep.
It's definitely not a hindsight deal. It's
yeah, exactly. It's all in hindsight. But.
Geometer's being finished by Fuzi here, so got the escape now for the keeper route.
It's funny how you see all these geometer pickups on these heroes that you normally don't get them on, just because of the keeper.
That's what he does.
The hero really does force you to get that. You know, I don't see Purge too often though.
Yeah, No Fart, man, it's so underrated. I mean,
I think it is too.
It's so good. They even lessened the cost like crazy. It's it's a lot of damage. I mean,
I think it is a bit better on ranged heroes though.
Yeah, but still.
But still, I do agree. I think it's underrated.
Just don't see it picked up. I don't know. It seems like, you know, the funny thing about it too is with all my co-casts and a lot of pro players, everyone agrees with me. It seems like, but we still never see it. I mean,
well, I don't pick it up because I'm so poor.
Well, yeah, you have an excuse. You have an excuse.
Actually, I did play Switchblade that game. I probably should have picked it up just because.
Just to make a point.
Yeah.
It works, damn it. Just like you guys did with Berserker, to make a point.
Exactly. Well, that hero owns.
He does.
That hero actually owns. Okay, so
just out of range.
So yeah, both teams are pretty passive right now. A huge wave top, actually. 2 catapults. They should get this tower pretty easily.
Should get it easily. Never mind.
I mean, hey, stop the tower push.
Why
right?
not? Yeah, that definitely stopped the tower push. That's a very efficient use of that, if you ask me. I mean.
Anyways, it was risky though because there's teleports on every single hero on CiC's side. So if they went for, I'm assuming that CiC, or rather, I said CiC, I meant BMG. I think BMG probably would have defended it. So both sides are pretty happy to sit back and farm. It looks like at this current stage. I think it does favor BMG a little bit though.
Yeah.
They have 3 massive heroes right now.
I feel like Dr. Repulsor, he's definitely slowed down a lot. I mean, he, even though he's gotten out the Hellfire, and that's you're really like, oh, I'm going to just start killing everyone now on him. But we haven't seen him use it, actually, now I think about it.
Yeah, last team fight, he just got totally locked down, too.
Yeah.
Full duration Diva ulted. That was just the end of him. He did use a lot of his mana beforehand, so it wasn't totally just non-factor, but yeah. They do have a lot of holds.
Yeah, only 3 charges now on the Icon. It was like 6, I believe.
Yeah, that is a big deal too. When he dies, that becomes less effective. To be honest, though, I don't think the charge aspect of Icon is 100%. You know, like,
yeah,
of its power.
It's
you know?
not. It's like it only matters if you have like 20 compared to 0. That's
exactly.
Really
Yeah,
matter, but so. It's more the buff after the kill.
So yeah.
And the raw stats. Nice. A lot of gold being saved up. 2,800 on Doctor, you got 2,300 on Drunken. I assume I know what, well, even both those heroes might be going for. Shrunken Head. A lot of sense here.
Could you, okay, so Keeper's going Refresher, absolutely agree with that. You're going to force especially like heroes like Drunken Master and Repulsor to get items that they normally
We're
wouldn't
talking
want to
about
get.
Keeper's Farm and how it's is that the most efficient. Hell, he's going to have a rest still there.
I mean, farm's
good.
never bad. I'm just saying, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so I mean, he is having a rest. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Will they have the damage to support that though? That's the question. Puppet Master is recovering, but is he recovering enough? I don't know. BMG, does either team have an eye yet? Okay, I don't think so, no. That's something I want to see picked up, possibly by BMG to really get map control. So, neither team has any vision of Hellborn's jungle at this current state.
Yeah, it's a pretty blind map, I guess. What's the bound eye situation? Any? No.
It's really just... Both teams are kind of saying for Conqueror almost.
Yeah.
It's not even up. Yeah, so yeah, no bound eye. I think both teams should pick it up. BMG definitely has the gold for it.
Barrier Idol on Devour. You got Puppet Master.
Saxon and Glacius, my god, he's farmed.
Yeah, wow. He's playing the secondary support, of course. So, oh, top lane, there's illusions here. Where's the real one? Real one's over here. Will Devour pick up on that? There is an Invis Doctor, though. This is oh,
interesting.
Okay,
Buddy.
this is the hook. That's
Okay.
probably what it's
Still is an Invis Doctor, and
Yeah.
he's pretty confident. Oh man, there's no Invis ward, so he's not in any danger.
Nope.
There's not even... Torch doesn't even have a ward on him. He's playing full secondary support. Well, actually, they're both... Gosh, they're both building items. Both these supports. No real...
Yeah, both managing to get some decent items here, definitely.
I like this lane ward by KZU up top. Not really expected by BMG, I'm sure. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Is that what I saw?
Seal Kid.
What's that?
Oh, Seal Kid just counter warded the ward that I said is like really well placed and like not gonna be spotted.
Yeah.
What would you see?
I was just gonna say the 3 Shrunken Heads purchased one after the other. One on Drunken, one on Puppet, one on Doctor. So.
Oh gosh.
Obviously, we're at that point of the game now. Of all right, everyone get their Shrunkens.
Yep. Just another way to cancel Keeper ulti too.
Obviously, Puppet also wants his. Still, very good reason to have it. So, but that's where the Hellflower and Doctor Repulsor really an ultimate hero with that item. Having a sheep stick, the ability to go in without another item needed is, and constantly is obviously very effective.
Yeah, so this game has definitely slowed down.
Yeah, it really has. What? It was like, what, like 25 kills in the first 15, 20 minutes?
Literally, yeah.
Now it's like 5 in the last 10, if that.
That tri-lane was pretty crazy. I feel like BMG is going to run over CiC in the next team fight.
Yeah.
Just they literally need to just lock down one hero, and they have the heroes to do that. Repulsor, my gosh. Drunken Master, same thing.
So I mean, their
But
farm,
I guess
the Hellborn's farm's not really like growing massively either. It's very stable.
no, it's not. Yep. I mean, BMG's just slowly out farming them, and they also have late game. It's gonna really a lot of it's gonna come down to if Keeper gets those massive roots off, if he can lock down Legion, because if they have free reign to do whatever they want, they will dominate Puppet Master. So again, we see Puppet Master's going this build. Can't disagree with it, but he's not doing the damage yet. He's not quite there. I hope he doesn't go the simple rage this game. I hope he goes something a little more aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, again, it kind of leads back to this. I don't think screams Harkons by any means, unlike last game, but
No, but like a Hellflower.
Yeah.
Hellflower would be a really good pickup, especially against Repulsor.
that's true. Yeah. Ooh.
Shroud on Switchblade.
Yep. He's starting to get pretty scary himself now. So the tri-carry makeup here is all growing rapidly in favor of BMG. So once again, goes back to CiC. They're going to go for a jump. Devour whiffs the hook completely. Now he's in a horrible spot, actually. Mickey's hits him because there's the root coming out. Mickey will fall still, though. That's the first of 2. In the background, Puppet Master goes in, though. But yeah, he does not really have his team with him. Dr. Pulse is still chasing. The second root is going to come out. Puppet Master, though, he falls before he can do a damn thing. In the background, Torture gets caught. And BMG, guess as you expected, rolling over CiC in the fight right there.
Okay, Devour got picked off, and then they still engaged.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
And then not to mention Puppet Master, he came from like behind or something? What was that?
Yeah, this team was not ready for that, and Keeper was forced to use a very, not ready second route right there.
Exactly, it was so forced. Just, okay, Devour's picked off, whatever, it happens, back up. No, I saw it going bad from the very, very beginning, but of course it's different being on the sidelines. BMG will turn this into a Rax push, though.
Yep.
Almost undoubtedly.
That's easy Rax. I mean, no buybacks to be had here. Well, okay, yeah, Torture's back up, but yeah, down goes the melee Rax. Even gonna push in the range Rax, and then eventually fall back from there. No threat left to deal with. So we already talked about how this is just gonna rapidly start getting out of control with this tri-carry setup. Now,
yeah,
extra rapidly.
I don't see what CiC can do here. I really don't. Puppet Master there's no possible way he can position himself to just not get barreled down.
Their damage is just so minimal.
Their damage is so minimal. BMG's damage is so high, and their jump is so high. Even more importantly, they just get right onto the Puppet Master. I feel like CiC needs some like initiation tool other than like a Pharaoh or something like that can get in there and really kind of divide the team fight, allowing Master to safely sit back and auto attack. Not that would be like the deal breaker here, but just something else. All they have is a Keeper.
Drunken Master even goes for a Firebrand here, so an eventual Geometer's Bane for him.
Jeez.
So another way to get out of that route of himself.
Nope.
A Acolyte staff picked up on Doctor. That could be several items.
And these pickups are just so smart. BMG doesn't need the extra damage right now. They don't need anything else. They just need to not be locked down. If they're not locked down, they're just gonna kill Puppet Master and the game's over. So they're doing exactly what they need to do to win.
Conqueror is going to die here. Definitely, Red Power Throw goes in, but even if they react to this, they're not going to though. It's just way too late.
Master's pushing top, you can get the tower, but in the end, it doesn't matter at all.
It's the first tower going down. That says something too.
Yeah.
40 minutes in.
Yeah, tier 1 tower, yeah. Puppet Master is not close to any other item other than, like, if he wants to go Genjuro. He just needs the damage. He doesn't have the farm to really get that.
Yeah, can never really get that rolling in the end, so.
Yeah, so Repulsor's just going sheepstick, just ultimate lockdown.
Why not? Once they get that and probably the Geometer's Bane, I'm sure we'll see a... Alright, let's finish this kind of push here from BMG, maybe even sooner. They have a token on Doctor now, of course. Very, very, very good hero for that.
Yep, they put all their marbles in the Puppet Master pick, and, well...
I do gotta wonder. I mean, it was a good point that you brought up. Obviously, again, it's still into the future for next game, but really, Puppet Master, is he actually even going to be touched next game? Because he's 0-2 in this series so far. And just both games have been pretty bad for him, so...
Well... Him, similar to like any hard carry, can be locked down by some of these like heroes like Kraken, Drunken Master, Repulsor. These heroes that just jump in and just explode you. And BMG's both BMG and CiC are well aware of that, well aware of those counters, and they just choose them. What do you really do after that?
There we go, Dr. Repulsor trying to find a kill. Aluna's coming in. He tried to stun, but got disjointed by the ultimate, and he still gets the kill.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Repulsor can just have a heyday, especially with the token. Jeez.
We got a mana right there, but back under the Goddess buff, boosting it back up a little bit. Yeah, he has that token. Hellfire's going to be coming off cooldown here.
So yeah, they're just forcing the issue, especially with the token change. It's like getting right on it, pushing top. 100% agree with. Yeah, they have late game, but if you know you can take team fights, might as well do it.
So, CiC Esports. Give it one last go here, see what you made of, but again, no matter what, there is at least another game.
Yep.
No matter who will be up 2-1 right now, it's looking very likely it's going to be BMG. Jump in on the Keeper, he got the invis off, he is dusted now. No, never mind, Dust either didn't hit her, I saw something else. Anyways, they are going to jump him, and Keeper, the Force can't even do a damn thing.
Does a buyback, but they didn't really use too much.
There we go, Devour lockdown onto Drunken Master, Predictability in the back of though. Keeper the Force goes in, the first route comes out. Dr. Repulsor, he's not Shrunken Heading just yet, he's not going to because he has the token. He doesn't really care too much. Okay, there you go, never mind. He will use it. Puppet Master in the background, she gets switch slashed. Quad kill for Fuzi in the meantime. Are we going to see an annihilation? No, we're not. Jonas and Fan will take it away. But anyways, that is going to do it. GG, well played. Game 3 going to BMG, and thus they're up 2-1 now here in this best of 5.
You know, that really was a similar circumstances game too. Just kind of flipped teams. Pretty inevitable, I think. Just looking at the heroes and the way the game was going.
So a bit of draft.
Yeah, game 3. Will we see Puppet Master again? That's the question.
Game 4, it's going to be about Puppet Master and whether or not, we even see him touched, and will he still be valued by both of these teams? Who's going to be Legion? So we'll be CiC on the Legion side. There's to kind of control with that, really. But